Festival of Toys here at Autism Live, and we're really excited because we're welcoming back to the show Kim Mosely from ASTRA. And I've also murdered ASTRA's name 3 times this week. So it is the American Specialty Toy Retailing Association. So
You got it. That's right.
Kim, so great to have you back. We had you on last month to talk about Neighborhood Toy Story Day, which we hope that everybody went to their neighborhood toy store, because I got to be honest, that's where you're going to find the really amazing toys, right, Kim?
Absolutely. I
And
agree.
and things that are one of a kind that you're not going to see someplace else, that are just so spectacular. I'm holding one of those games in my hand. Now, I got to say from the start, those of you who watch the show know we shoot on a green screen. So there's a lot of green in toys, so it's going to show up, look a little bit strange. My fish looks a little bit brown. But he's not. He's green, and he's really cool. This in and of itself would just be a cool thing, but there's so much going on inside this fish. Kim, you want to talk about? I'm going to get my cards out.
Okay. So this game is called Happy Salmon. It is one of the Best Toys for Kids award winners. And it's a card game, but it's a high energy, fast paced, high action kind of game. There are only 4 cards. And at the beginning of the game, you pick up a card, and then you look for someone else that's playing the game with you that matches your card. So there's a pound it card, there's a high five, switcheroo, and then happy salmon. So you're looking for someone that can pound it with you, or you're looking for someone that can do high five with you, and you're going to match your card with their card. So it's a high energy game. There's lots of movement as you do switcheroo or as you do happy salmon. It's very easy to learn, very quick to learn. It's for all age groups. It's one of the games that the whole family can enjoy. It's a lot of fun.
And can I say, we played this the other day in the office, and this is a great game for kiddos who are on the spectrum, because it's going to keep their attention. It helps with being able to listen, because everybody's yelling out. I might be yelling out, pound it, and I have to listen to see, did somebody else yell pound it, and then we have to do the action, and then we get rid of our cards. And if we do the switcheroo, then we have to switch places. So there's all this, it's mayhem, which I absolutely love. And there's these different actions, and you have to know what to do. But my favorite thing, Kim, is that once you've played the loud version of it, then you play the other version of it, which they give you the instructions in the manual of playing it non-verbally. I love this, because then you have to do an action instead of yelling out that you have the card. So now we're watching and observing and paying attention, and it's all physical, so that there's never a dull moment. For those of us who have kids that have different communication styles, it is so, we were all commenting about how different it was from, being in the loud version to being in the quiet version. Really fun game for everybody, working on all kinds of skills, cooperation, working on fine motor, working on gross motor, listening, expressing yourself, being heard. Oh, love, love, love this game. And it's packaged so well. Spectacular choice.
Very small packaging, easy to transport, can go in the car with you, very easy.
Oh, great to take on a family trip and play with other members of the family. I guarantee you'll have, everybody will be like, where did you get that? Because they'll want their own. So Happy Salmon, we should say that is from North Star Games, and you're going to find that in one of your ASTRA approved stores. So what are we moving on to next, Kim?
So the next game that I wanted to talk about is something called Sneaky Cards. It's a very interesting card game. The various cards have you doing different actions, and it's the kind of game that can go on forever. For example, here's a card that says, give this card to someone without them knowing. So it's a sneaky card. You sort of put that someplace where they come across it, and then when they come across it, you got them. So now they've got to pass the card to someone else without them knowing. And those are the kinds of cards that you'll find in the Sneaky Cards game. It's a fun kind of game. It's a socializing kind of game. It's one of those kinds of games where you're able to sort of manipulate the card a little bit and figure out where you're going to put it and who you're going to leave it with. It's a lot of fun.
I agree. Love this. In fact, Samantha, our producer here, was just saying that she has this game and loves it. And for those of you who've got older teens and young adults that you're always thinking, boy, I wish I had something where I could work on social skills where it was a little bit more fun and that it's not me always being the parent. This is a great thing to do like on a weekend when you're going to be out and about and you want to supercharge an outing. Let's say you're going to go to the mall or you're going to go to the coffee shop or you're going to go visit somebody. You take out the sneaky cards. Now you're in cahoots that you're going to be doing the actions on the card. I would say for younger teens, make sure that you're doing them because a lot of times it's interacting with other people. Like one of them that I read was take a selfie with somebody that you don't know, get them to do it. So, for the younger teens, they might need some support in doing it, but that's a great thing because we're always looking for ways that we can get them socialized and that we can work on something with them. But a lot of times they don't want it. They're like, leave me alone. I know what I'm doing. But if you're doing it, it's sneaky, right? It says it right on the box, sneaky cards.
Sneaky cards.
Absolutely love it. I love how it's packaged, so it's small, can go in the car. Truly, really fabulous.
Yeah, definitely.
Sneaky cards, wonderful. And that's coming to us from Game Right. So love that, Game Right. Okay, moving on.
All right, the next one, this is one of my favorites. It's called So Many Treats. It's an opportunity to do a kit that creates a little mini treat. So here's a little mini donut. We have a little mini piece of toast with its own little pat of butter. The kit comes with very clear instructions, very detailed, very colorful instructions. And of course, the kit comes with all of the materials that you need for creating your mini treats. Mini is really hot right now, as you know, that
yes.
There's a lot of toys out there that are on the mini side. So with the So Many Treats, you'll get pears and strawberries and cookies and toast, and you get to the child gets to put that together. It has some good ability to help with manual dexterity.
Yeah, all that fine motor stuff is so great with sewing.
Fine motor skills, yes, exactly. It's a lot of fun. And then you end up with something that is could be a collectible, could be something that you want to put on the shelf. But I've seen that kids like to play with it. They incorporate it into their pretend play.
And I just want to say to people, don't make the mistake of thinking that if it's a sewing thing that it's just for girls. We have some of our boys who are on the spectrum who turn out to be excellent sewers, and it's really good for them. It's fine motor stuff, that it's good for their handwriting, it's good for their typing skills. It's good for them to help them to be able to do a lot of our adaptive skills, that whether it's turning a knob on a bottle of water or zipping up their pants or buttoning something. Those are all fine motor skills that are required. So great thing that's more reinforcing for them than perhaps just lifting a zipper up.
Yes, exactly.
Wonderful.
Exactly, yes.
What's next?
So the next thing that I wanted to tell you about is our rock and roll piano. It is, as you can see, a piano that you can roll up and take with you. And it's made from rubber. It's very tactile. It feels really good. And it has excellent sound.
It does. That's the version I would need.
Yeah, me too. It's a lot of fun, and it's very portable. It's very clear sound. There is a headset, so you can put the headset. You can put earphones in so that it's a little bit more quiet for play. It has a recorder, so the child can create their own music and then record that music and then play it back. So it's a lot of fun. Rock and roll.
Wonderful. And that's totally portable. There's no plug-in. It's battery operated, so we don't need
battery operated. Yep.
Love it.
Yes.
And who is that from? What company?
Excellent question. It is from Mukikim.
Okay.
Mukikim.
Love that. All right,
Yes,
spectacular. And
yes.
we know that our kiddos who are on the spectrum, having access to musical instruments and learning about music, we know that that helps with cognition and with problem solving skills, and it's something that builds self esteem. So, what a wonderful, wonderful thing.
Yes, yes. And lastly, I wanted to bring to your audience attention Snap Circuits. It's a lot of fun, as you can imagine. It is learning all about electronics. It's something for both boys and girls. It allows them to put together the circuits in such a way to create different things like a radio or a police siren or a fan. It has a lot of good learning for how circuitry works. And it's fun for all ages, from 8 up to 100.
Wonderful, wonderful. And then you had also sent us some more games that I wanted to show that you don't have there. This Dr. Eureka, oh my goodness, you guys, I love this game so much. And this is from a company that I love everything they do. We've featured them before on the show, Blue Orange. They are amazing. It's all these test tubes, and you get a whole bunch of test tubes so that a whole bunch of people can play, and you get these colored balls, and you start out with the colored balls, and of course some of them are green, so they're looking like they're black, but they're not. And there are cards that show, you flip it over, and then everybody has to very quickly make their balls be patterned after the 3 test tubes that are on the card, but you can't touch the balls and you can't drop them. So it's all this critical thinking and problem solving, plus there's manual dexterity. You can put all the balls into one tube if you need to work it to the point where you can match the 3 tubes. And when you match them, you say, Eureka! I absolutely love this because there are penalties for if you drop the ball. So this is working on fluency, but in a really rewarding way. So Dr. Eureka from Blue Orange. And then I also, do you have the Red Riding Hood? You don't have
I don't have the by Smart Games. I don't have Red Riding Hood.
Okay, so as you said, this is from Smart Games, Little Red Riding Hood. I absolutely love this because it can grow with the child in terms of what their abilities are, so you can start out really easily. It is a booklet that shows you a pattern that you have to match on your booklet. It's a lot of green, so you're seeing it as a lot of black, but it's very colorful. And I've got this little board here where I have 3 trees. I've got a wolf. I've got a Little Red Riding Hood. I've got a house with a chimney. And then I've got these pieces of path. And so I set up the board the way it tells me to on the sheet that I've picked, and it tells me what the rating is. And then I have to find the way to place the 5 pieces of path so that I can get Little Red Riding Hood to the cottage without running into the big bad wolf. Super clever, and I know that the pieces are so well made. They're very soft and really fun size for little fingers that kids will love to play this game. And as you said, that's from Smart Games, Little Red Riding Hood. And I don't know about those of you watching, but these are the games that you don't see advertised on TV. But that if you go to somebody's house and you see a child playing with them, you go, oh, where'd you get that? So tell us a little bit about where they get all of these toys, Kim.
Absolutely. So these are all Best Toys for Kids award winners. The Best Toys for Kids awards program is done through ASTRA. ASTRA members are toy store retailers. They're your neighborhood toy store owners. So they're often feet on the floor. They interact with customers. They interact with consumers. They know what the best toys are. They come into the office and they help us select the best toys for kids. So if you visit the ASTRA website, astratoy.org/best toys, you'll see a list of these toys that we've talked about today and a list of all of the Best Toys for Kids awards winners, broken down by the various categories. There are 17 different categories of toys. You'll be able to find all the toys, and also on the ASTRA website, you'll be able to find your neighborhood toy store where you can purchase these toys. Because as you mentioned, Sometimes these toys are only available at your neighborhood toy store. They're only available through independent toy stores. For example, there's the Fuzzies plush toy that you may have seen at Target or Walmart, but there are some fuzzies that you can only find through specialty, that you can only find at your neighborhood toy store. So the Husky fuzzy is only available through independents.
Wonderful. And you know, if you haven't been to a neighborhood toy store in a while, I got to tell you, get yourself to go on the website, find the one that's closest to you, get yourself in there because you reconnect to your childhood. I guarantee you, you'll see something that you haven't seen in a long time and you'll go, oh, and it'll bring back that feeling of how special a toy can be to you and how special it can make you feel. We need to make sure that we do that for all of our kids. And I think most especially our kiddos who are on the autism spectrum. We know that play for some of our kids is not a given. For a lot of kids, play is super duper fun and it's just so exciting and it's something that they want to do. For kids on the autism spectrum, sometimes we have to teach them how to play. They don't know how to enjoy it until we teach them how to play. And it's so important when we're teaching how to play that we give great reinforcing toys to them. And that's why we feature so many toys on this program to help us to connect those kiddos to that. Because when you do that, we see that long term, those kids have less stress, they're more flexible in their thinking, and they're going to be more successful at the things that they want to do, and we're going to build that imagination. They really fly when we teach them how to play and how to enjoy play. So Kim, we thank you for all the amazing work that you're doing and for all your affiliates for making it possible for our kiddos to get united and reunited in some cases with these amazing, amazing toys. We thank you so much for being with us.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Thank you. And we'll be in touch. And we want to have ASTRA back on a regular basis because we're all about the toys.
We would love to be there.
All right. Thank you so much and have happy holidays, you guys.
Thank you. You too.
All right. Bye-bye for now.